Hello and welcome to the Temple of Tomes with your host, Indie Comics Jones. Today is February 3rd, 2022, and this is episode 472. Today's comic is The Rush. This is number 3 in the series, coming in at a whopping $3.99 from Vault Comics. And as you can tell, we've got this palm with gold and blood coming out of it, and spiders, and a Canadian Mountie at the bottom. This hungry earth reddens under snow-clad hills. And it really does. There's been a lot of death and destruction in this period piece that is a horror comic mixed in with kind of a mystery as well. Like a lot of mysteries. As we see here, this scene doesn't exactly happen in the story, but we do have a spider, a monstrous spider, and the gold does appear to pop out of people, and they also certain things bleed gold as well. And we do have this Mountie in here. They just call him MP for short. Now, this is a recommend. I've been enjoying it. It is a tough read. I don't want to kid you. The dialogue in here is very difficult to understand, at least for me. It's kind of like reading the Bible, the way that things are written in the Bible, that real period time, unless you get one that is done very modern. You probably have to read it over and over again to get the nuance and get the understanding of what exactly is being said. And this is the same with this one. And I think I've brought that up in some of the other reviews. I apologize. It sounds like it's noisy out there. I'm going to pause for a moment. Hey, we're back. All right. Motorcycle and a garbage truck at the same time there. So let's go ahead. Studio C is not soundproofed if you haven't figured that out. All right. Here's who worked on it. We have Spurrier, the writer, and he has really conjured up a nice story here. Very intriguing, very thought-provoking. Nathan Gooden is the artist. He's doing a great job on this. Considering everybody's wearing overcoats, it's winter, you can still tell who's who in it. Addison Duke is the colorist, and the letterer, I'm always mess this one up, it's Hassan Otsmane-Elhaou, I'm guessing. All right. And what we have is our main character, Nettie, who's looking for her son, Caleb. And so she's been kind of journalizing all this, her search and what she sees and how awful it is. They're all held up in a place called Brookhoof, and it appears to be a cursed place. The last issue, they sent a lawyer out to find out information, and he was killed by some creature. And there's a number of creatures that they have shown here. They've shown some kind of Wendigo type monster. There's a huge haunting elk, and then there's a ghost man, an apparition in a bowler hat that is followed by a giant spider. So we don't know why these things are happening here, if it's just a haunted area or what. Now, a lot of the people, they are stuck in Brookhoof, and what they are, many of them have gold fever really badly, and we see that in this story. So first of all, they go out to hunt down this Wendigo that Nettie had seen, and they bring back this rather large bear, claiming they have killed it. But she says, no, that's not it. Didn't look anything like that. It wasn't a bear. I know what a bear looks like. And so we get part 3, the trap. She wants to go out to see Caleb's claim, to see what exactly is out there. It was actually her ex-husband's claim, and he abandoned the site and left Caleb there. Caleb, I guess, had gold fever. I'm not sure. But she's asking the Mountie here to help her, and he says, I can't leave this town. There's enough going on here. I don't have time to go out and do the research, but I'll help you out. I'll set you up with a Native American here that I believe was Native American, but a native from some tribe that lives up there, and we'll go out looking for him. But in the meantime, her guide, and I cannot think of his name, comes back to the store saying, I've been out to the claim. I got to tell you, there's gold there. And she doesn't care about the gold like everybody else. And he actually, at one point, produces the gold, as we see here. He's showing it to her, and she says, "I don't care." It's actually kind of gold dust. And she's saying, "I don't care about gold." She's saying it rather loudly, so all the other patrons in this inn or this tavern or whatever it is hear it, and they start going crazy. Like, "You don't care for gold?" And they're like, "Oh no." But the MP, our Mountie, thinks quickly and blows the gold dust out of the guide's hand, and the patrons scrounge for it, leaving them a time to escape. They really have good. This is the first time they've really shown like a group of people having the gold fever. They've shown individuals with it, but this is the first time. So they get out. They're going to make their way out. The MP tells her, "I cannot go," but he introduces her to Bill, who appears to be like skinning a bear skin for them. I guess maybe he's local skinner or the tanner, whatever you want to call it. And the MP tells him to bring her back safely. Don't do any side trips. Well, of course, you know what's going to happen is they are going to make side trips. So they head on out to Caleb's stake. They introduce some other concepts along the way here. I'm not going to go into it too deeply. Just really good storytelling. It is, though the dialogue is tough to get around. I'm not going to kid you on that. So they make it out to Caleb's place, and this is when the weird stuff starts happening. They actually go inside the cabin. They really don't see anything, but there are actually webbed bodies hanging from the ceiling above them. And I don't know if if you can really see it that well here. They're looking down. They can actually see her, I guess. So I'm guessing the bodies in here, some of them are still alive. They haven't been eaten yet, so to speak. So she wanders outside, and this incredibly monstrous elk appears to her once again. And out of its eyes, it cries veins of gold that drip on her. And she's saying, "I don't want gold." And here we really get the picture of it. I don't want the gold. And so, yeah, I mean, really gripping story. It is intense. We don't know if she's dreaming this or if it's really happening. So the elk wanders off, and they're finding these pitcher plants growing in the snow, which is a tropical plant, if you're familiar with them, that catch flies. They're carnivorous, so they think it's a sign that things aren't as bad. So I don't know if she just dreamed this whole sequence or what, because they show her waking up. It's to be continued. I am enjoying it just as much as I enjoyed Big Axe hardcover, Barbaric. It's now hardcover. I think it just was 3 issues. So they put 3 issues in a hardcover. You can see it got 10s for a lot of people. This was a lot of fun to read. Barbaric. It's just a straightforward, goofy a guy named Owen the Barbarian, Owen the Barbarian, and he has this talking axe, which is possessed and has bloodthirst. So it's a lot of fun if you want to see a fun, humorous, very adult story here for Barbaric. Okay, you can see a lot of other people liked it as well. So this is a recommend. We got the Autumnal. I don't know anything about the Autumnal. Don't know the writer either. Here's the cover for the next issue of The Rush. And I'm assuming this is Caleb, her son. And I'm not sure who these other gentlemen are at this time, but I guess they're the townsfolk of, is it Broken Hoof or Blood Hoof? I can't remember. Okay, I'm going to zoom in here so you can pause your screen if you're looking at a computer and perhaps read this blurb for this whole issue. Just kind of a synopsis. It doesn't tell you everything that happened here, obviously. A lot happens, but it is written in a way that makes the story understandable once you do read it. So, very nice job on that. Okay. And the cover was done by Nathan Gooden and our friend, the colorist, what was his name? Addison Duke. So there you go. Recommended. Okay, thank you very much for stopping by and watching this comic book review of The Rush, number 3. As always, please please subscribe if you haven't. Please leave comments if you wish, and we'll see you next time at the Temple of Tomes. I got a good run of comics going now, so I'm hoping that I won't be doing any not recommended for a while. But everything is going as well as it can be here. Obviously, I have my just fake studio or manual portable setup here, but hopefully in about a year or so, I'm going to have something a little bit more substantial. So thanks for hanging in there. Also, if you get a chance, go check out Alliance of Strangers on Booksy.com. Booksy is spelled just like it sounds, BOOKSIE.com. And you can see my novel that I'm writing there. It's kind of a Lord of the Ring, Game of Thrones styled writing with big world building. That's there. You can read that for free. So I hope you enjoy that. It's got maps too and everything. So I've been working hard on it, as well as everything else going on. Now we have taxes coming up as well. So this is Indie Comics Jones bidding you adieu from the Temple of Tomes.